This weekend, I went to watch Every Brilliant Thing at the Soho Place Theatre in London. I have to say, it was perhaps the most amazing piece of theatre I have ever seen. It's very difficult to talk about this play without getting into huge spoilers, so I don't want to spoil anything for you. So if you've not heard this play, if you've not read about this play, I would recommend not watching this video. Don't watch my video. It's a waste of time. Don't go into this play completely unaware, completely ignorant, because it will blow your socks off. As such, what I'm going to do is give a brief non-spoiler review, as vague and as unspecific as I can do. Then I have a cut-off point, and then I will go into spoiler territory. The play initially opened back in 2016, I believe, at the Edinburgh Fringe. It is written by Duncan Macmillan and Johnny Donahoe, and it is a very simple concept. There is a 7-year-old child whose mother is in hospital after doing something stupid. That's their quote, not mine. And she wasn't a she. It's an androgynous child, but it was a Minnie Driver who was doing the performance when we went. So that's why she's in my brain. But the child then starts a list to compile a list of every brilliant thing in the world, firmly in the non-spoiler category. This is tough because there's so much I want to say about this play, but let's keep it very simple. It was very funny, it was very sad, it was very raw, it was very emotional, and the themes and topics it deals with will, I think, resonate with a lot of people. Not necessarily directly in the sense of the stuff that happens or does, the subjects they bring up, but I think the general issues of perhaps depression and happiness and the meaning of life and all that kind of quite heavy stuff. But don't think it's a terribly morose, bleak, horrible experience. It's not. There's an amazing bittersweet happiness to it. There's a great. I don't know how they manage it. It's just such a fantastic balance between pulling on the emotional heartstrings and feeling absolutely emboldened, empowered, and like you're the top of the world. That is my take on it, if for the non-spoiler, other than saying it is one of the most profound things I've seen at the theatre, and if you haven't had the chance to see it, you should definitely 100% go to watch this play. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm even thinking I should go and watch it again. It was that impactful to me. Okay, spoilers. Now stop here. Go leave this video if you don't want to have any spoilers. There's not so much spoilers in terms of the plot, but the concept of this play is where the spoils will really impact you, and it will ruin it if you know it, or if you have aware of it before you see it for the first time. Be interesting to see if I go back and watch it again, how that would impact on my perception. The concept of this play is very simple. You will have one actor, and a lot of shows runs will rotate the actors. So the one we saw in Soho Place had people like Lenny Henry in it and Sue Perkins and some other people. But we went to watch it with Minnie Driver. So each actor obviously brings their own quirky, unique take on the proceedings, and I imagine it'd be very interesting to sort of see how something like Lenny Henry versus how Minnie Driver would adapt to the script and the improvisation. But very simple concept is that this one actor has the script of the play obviously as the core, but there's a level of improvisation that comes along with that. So it makes each performance specific and unique to itself. Um, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to get into this. I mean, it's old. It's old. So everyone will be able to sort of see all the sort of the gimmicks. So I'm not going to give away too much of the gimmicks. But what I will say is, what I found really interesting was, first of all, the immersion. So obviously, there's the fourth wall. The fourth wall is well out of the window on this one. There's a fair bit of interaction with the audience. That was great because it felt like you weren't necessarily being performed to, you were being performed with. So it brought a great sense of community and camaraderie to the audience. They felt part of it. And I was, when I initially thought this could go a little bit pantomime, a little bit, he's behind you. But it was brilliant because I think the subject matter was so profound, so important, so sensitive that we were all along for the journey. So absolutely brilliant on the immersion. I said we had Minnie Driver. Oh my god, absolute delight! What a brilliant, just brilliant performance. My wife doesn't give standing ovations. She really hates it. I've never seen her give a standing ovation in her life to all these plays we've been to, including like big hitters like Ian McKellen and Ray Fiennes and all that. But she did for Minnie Driver. And what I thought was amazing about this character, as it were, is it's almost these three levels. You kind of have the character as it's written, which is almost like an every man, every woman kind of experience. You then have Minnie Driver, the actress, playing that role. Then you kind of have Minnie Driver, the real Minnie Driver, and they all kind of merge into one. You never quite know which one's which. But I imagine for an actor, that's brilliant that you can that your personality and your own individuality shines through that role. So this was out of this world, absolutely out of this world. The production was quite straightforward, very minimalistic, apart from some important use of music, a little bit of confetti here and there, slight spoiler. That also helped bring everyone together because you're focused purely on what people are saying and purely on their thoughts and their emotions. And that's good. That does really bring us a lot closer together as an audience. I won't pick apart all the plot points because I think it's really important for anyone new to this, anyone going to watch it, goes through that entire journey with the audience and indeed the performer. But it covers the whole gambit of emotions, love, happiness, sadness, loss, grief, depression, humor, tragedy, the whole lot. You would think actually that it would also potentially weigh us down and make things very, very depressing. But what was fantastic was the ability to take you through these gambits of emotion and then leave you feeling enthused, inspired, happy, appreciative of all the things that are out there that make life worth living. The subject matter is going to be tough for a lot of people, I imagine, not just depression, but suicide. And there is some points in there where they do give advice to people, which is to seek help and seek therapy. I mean, I've not actually been directly impacted by suicide or depression, but I did actually go through therapy. So it was an important thing for me while watching this play, brought back some of the issues that I talked about with my therapist, things like self worth and importance and appreciating things. And the that issue was something that was a bit of a triggering point for me. So it did get me quite emotional, you know, quite emotional. So anyway, so whatever. So go and watch it. It's a fantastic play and it's brilliant.